It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Cards and the Cowboys. Next on EA Sports.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Cardinals in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
About ready to get us going. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their now 36-year-old quarterback who's in his 14th NFL season, the former MVP, Matt Ryan.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 18 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Derek Brown in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And leading him out from UNC in his 5th season, it's Mitchell Trubisky.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. They go play action with Trubisky. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A handoff, it's Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, it's complete to Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Again, Ryan. That's caught by Hollister. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To throw again is Ryan. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. To throw is Ryan. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Gregory Rousseau racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Derek Brown racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
And that's on the guard, Cody Ford.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Trubisky. And he fires one incomplete. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Now it's Trubisky. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
So problems with air and passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
The Cardinal offense takes back over.
And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Now it's Ryan.
Oh, Hill, great grab.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Carson again.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Ryan. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jacob Hollister, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 4. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Play action, Ryan. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it with Carson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Derek Brown, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Gregory Rousseau
Racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Now Ryan. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Let's go.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
From the gun, it's Trubisky.
Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Again, it's Trubisky.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Trubisky. And that's complete to Shepard. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Trubisky. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back.
The kick by Bass is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the third drive's the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins, we talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. That's Samuel, caught left side.
7 yards to pick up there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now it's Carson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
2nd down at 4.
This is Carson. Escapes the defender. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Carson. He takes this down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback, and indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the 1st round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Hey, we gonna do what we do.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now it's Trubisky. This is Shepard on the catch. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky going to throw deep for the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Instead of 4th down, they'll be able to start over now in the red zone.
And field position still has huge value in the NFL. As you said, in the red zone, that really hurts them.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Austin Eckler, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here. Pace is going to approach 100 yards. He's really done some damage in an NFL game.
Now he's looking just to add to his totals. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. That is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Ryan. A pass underneath for Carson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. It's Eckler again. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make it a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Trubisky to throw. This is swung out to Eckler. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. From the 35 on 2nd down, Trubisky. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Finding room to the 20. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 18.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Clay Brooks to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Ryan. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd down, Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Ryan. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Carson will take the handoff out of the option play. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Ryan. A quick slant to Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. To throw for it is Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Cameron Jordan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fends him off. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
From the 44, Ryan. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. On second down, it's Carson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Ryan. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 55 rushing yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. And that's complete to Shepard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Completes this again to Shepard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys look like he got going a little early. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Trubisky will throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Trubisky, they're going to throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Robinson now off the option. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Ryan to throw. That escapes the sack. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Cowboys are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Once more, here's Eckler. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Trubisky. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing here, Trubisky. This is caught. And he's brought down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Eckler. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Eckler again, and Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the 1st down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Bass is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On the touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Derek Brown, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On second down now, it's Carson. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Ryan. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
73 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
They'll run here with Eckler. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side.
From the 38, Trubisky. Out to the right here to Shepard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that one's CD going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
It really has, especially as of late. Benjamin with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Ryan to throw.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line.
Here's Benjamin with a catch. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. A pass underneath for Carson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. And a big loss here as he's taken down. David Onyemata racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Cowboys, they avoid that 10th loss and move to 7-9 on the year.